welcome back. This is Kerry from Drunk on Wanderlust, and this is my glamorous assistant, Danielle.
Hi! This week, as promised, we're doing a question and answer all about hiking, wild camping, and the channel in general.
So thank you so much for everybody that posted in your questions. We're not going to hang around, let's get straight to it.
Okay, so let's go. First question. Day Hughes Hikes has asked, what is your favourite long distance hike and why?
Oh, good question there. Thank you so much to Day Hughes Hikes. My favourite long distance hiking trail. Now it's got to be between the West Highland Way and the Snowdonia Way mountain route, both for different reasons. Now the West Highland Way was the first long distance hiking trail I ever did. I just did it on a whim. I decided one day I wanted to do it and hopped on a train the next day. It was my first time hiking in Scotland as well, and my first ever wild camp. So lots of new things going on there, and I really pushed myself out of my comfort zone. And of course it was beautiful, so it's always gonna hold a very special place in my heart. And the next one, the Snowdonia Way mountain route, now that's just been my biggest hiking challenge to date, I think. What an incredible adventure. I did that one this summer, and it was hiking over the mountains, 120 miles I think it was, all the way across the Snowdonia National Park, including hiking and wild camping on Mount Snowdon itself. So it was pretty incredible. Like I said, it was the biggest challenge I've had to date. It was just stunning. I had such good weather as well. So definitely a draw between those two.
This question is from Ben210. Do you prefer hiking with company?
Okay, thanks for the question, Ben. Well, I'd have to say I like both equally. I guess it depends on the hike, on the people who you're hiking with, and of course the scenario, everything like that. But I do enjoy hiking with friends. I love the banter. I love sharing experiences. When you've got really beautiful scenery, it's nice to be like stood with someone and appreciating it together, and of course sharing the adventure together, which is always nice. But when you're hiking solo, you can kind of set your own pace. You can immerse yourself a little bit more in nature with the hike and kind of push your boundaries a little bit, clear your mind. So really, I'd have to say I do like them both equally. It really does depend what hike I'm doing and who the people are that I would be doing it with.
Kevin Scouter asked, have you ever come across naked ramblers, and would you ever consider doing it yourself as it brings you closer to nature?
Kevin, what can I say? Have I ever come across naked ramblers? The answer is in fact yes. Now when I was working out in Portugal in the Algarve quite a few years ago, I'd like to walk across the cliffs. There was a lovely hike across the cliffs there, and often I would bump into naked hikers because quite a few of the beaches down the bottom there were actually nudist beaches. So yes, I would often come across naked hikers. Did I ever do it myself, or would I ever do it myself? Probably no, not fully naked anyway. Maybe in a bikini, but especially not in this country. Can you imagine with all the midgets? Like, no. I'm a bit too body conscious to do it fully naked, but I'm sure it's lovely. And you know, if people want to do that, go you. Why not? As long as you're not offending anyone in any way. Go for it. Go for it. Bear it all. Let it all hang out.
Adam P has asked, if you had to spend 1 year on a deserted island with one person and one luxury item, who would it be and what would it be? And it better be me.
Right, okay. If I had to spend 1 year on a deserted island with one person and one luxury item. So my person would obviously be Danny. Aren't we cute? And my luxury item, well, I don't know whether this is one or if it counts as two, but I'm going to say it anyway. It would be my phone with a solar power charger. So I could document all of the lovely adventures we'd have on that deserted island and keep them forever until we got rescued. Well, hopefully we're going to get rescued. But also so I could share all of our adventures on the deserted island with you guys, because imagine how funny it would be to try and see us survive for a year. Just the two of us on a deserted island with no snacks.
Andy McCaskill asked, what do you do for a living?
Well, currently, myself and Danny, we are actually both performers. We're both singers and performers. We are working as an ABBA tribute band And also, just within the last few days, we've just started our rehearsals for touring pantomime. We did it last year as well. This year it's Dick Whittington. So yes, we're going to be spending the winter touring around and performing in a panto, which is going to be pretty cool. But of course, we just do the YouTube on the side because I absolutely love it and it's a really nice hobby of mine. I would love to do it full time, but I'm not quite at that stage yet. But I do enjoy the performing as well.
Jeff Coulson has asked, do wildlife noises through the night scare you while camping?
Do wildlife noises scare me in the night sometimes? Yes, okay. There was a time on the Bronte Way when I was wild camping in a forest. There was some kind of animal, I couldn't tell you what it was, but it was making noises that sounded like a lady screaming, and it was kind of like relentless for a good hour. And I was solo wild camping in the middle of a woods, so yeah, that kind of shook me up a little bit. When else? Oh, okay. On the Cumbria Way, if you've watched my videos of me wild camping the Cumbria Way in the Lake District, one night I was wild camping towards the end. I pitched up my tent and then discovered around the back of my tent there was loads of sheep skulls. And then I told my mum, and she was convinced that it was a black panther, obviously, that was prowling around the Lake District. I didn't believe her, of course, but then when I was hearing noises all around my tent in the night, that kind of freaked me out a little bit as well. So on the odd occasion, some noises do scare me, but on the whole, I kind of just get used to it now. So yeah, just on odd occasions.
This question is from Keith Chalmers. Do you have any plans to hike more of Scotland in the future?
Do I have any more plans to hike Scotland? Of course I do, absolutely. I absolutely adore what I've seen of Scotland so far. We obviously did the West Highland Way as my first long distance hiking trail. That was last August. And this year I did the Great Glen Way, which was also very, very stunning. So I can't wait to get back up there. There's so many trails that I'm mulling over thinking which is going to be the next one. I think it'll be next spring that I manage to get back up there again. Trying to pick a trail. Let me know your thoughts. I want a really, really beautiful one. So if you've got any suggestions, whack it in the comments. Let me know, where should I hike in Scotland next year?
This question is from Mick James. Would you ever do a hike for charity?
Well, okay, I know Mick has actually done a long walk for charity himself, so well done to you, Mick. No, I haven't done one up till now. Sometimes I do feel a little bit awkward asking people to sponsor me, just in case they can't afford it, or I don't want to put any pressure on anyone. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Let me know how you feel about donating to sponsored hikes and stuff in the comments, and whether it's something you'd be, up for doing. Of course, I'd love, I hike all the time, so doing a hike and raising money for a good cause is something, I definitely would consider. Although I do think it would have to be something really challenging. I think if people were going to donate, they'd probably want to see me do something that would really push my limits. I don't know, how about you guys? You tell me, would you be up for me doing a sponsored hike? Would you want to donate? Let me know your thoughts, because I'm still kind of mulling this over. So yeah, let me know all your thoughts in the comments. Go.
So 2 people actually asked the same question. Sean Osborne and Lundy's Wild Camp and Bushcraft asked, when did you get into hiking and where was your first hike?
Okay, Jimmy and Sean both asking very similar questions there, so I will answer them in one go. When did I first get into hiking? Well, to be honest, I used to hike a lot as a kid. We used to go on, me and the family used to go on a lot of camping and walking holidays all over, which I absolutely loved. And then I did the Duke of Edinburgh Award, and then I really got into travelling. So I used to love doing all the hikes abroad, especially like climbing volcanoes and cool stuff like that. But I wouldn't say I was like an enthusiast like I am now. I mean, that really kind of kicked off last summer when I got back from Thailand and it was lockdown. So I started going on a lot of walks. And then the minute we could go a little bit further afield, that's when I decided to do the West Highland Way. And then I've just been stuck on it ever since then. Absolutely loved that. And yeah, now I'm just trail hunting.
This question is from Trek Linda, and they have asked, how long does it take you to edit a video?
How long does it take me to edit a video? Okay, now it varies obviously on the video, but I'd say on average, a kind of solid 2 days. I like to kind of sit down, get it done, work through 2 solid days in and kind of smash it out. What I was thinking of doing at one point was a separate video on how I film and edit my videos from start to finish. Not sure if anybody would find that interesting. If you would, please let me know in the comments, and I'll see if I can get a video done for that. The whole editing process. Woo! I have actually picked up a couple of new toys, which I'm very excited to try out. Nothing naughty, not like that, but toys that will help me with filming. I've just got a new iPhone 13 Pro Max on order, which is very cool because up till now, everything you've ever seen on this channel has just been filmed on my iPhone 7. And I just recently got a drone as well, so you may have seen a few clips recently of the drone. I'm still trying to figure out how to use it though, so hopefully I'll get a bit better at that. I've also just picked up a gimbal, which I'm going to be unboxing and having a little play around with in the coming weeks. So if anybody would like to see any videos on how I'm getting on with the gimbal, the drone, or the new phone, also let me know in the comments.
John Robinson asked, have you considered doing the Teesdale Way?
The Teesdale Way. Now, I hadn't actually heard of this until you asked the question. So I went on to the internet, had a little Google, and it does look like a really interesting trail. Have you done this one yourself, or has anyone out there done that? Let me know in the comments, let me know what it was like. Now, I have got a long list of trails that is just building up and up and up and up that I want to try and do next year. So I have to see if I can manage to squeeze it in. But yeah, let me know a little bit more info about it.
Andy Burley says, what is your favourite brand of waterproof jacket and is it Gore-Tex?
Thank you, Andy. Okay, so anyone that knows me or has been watching my videos for a while will realise that I'm not exactly a dedicated follower of fashion, and I'm also not much of a gear freak, so I kind of just tend to go hiking with whatever I've got. Now, my waterproof jacket is just one that I picked up, first one I picked up in a shop that was on sale. I think it is a regatta one. I could be lying. I don't have it on me, so I couldn't tell you for now. But it's not Gore-Tex, but it's waterproof and it keeps me dry, so that's the one that I go with. And until it gets ripped or damaged, I probably won't bother buying a new one because it works, so yeah.
This one is from Alan Metalman, and they asked, what inspired you to start hiking and why do you keep killing your fellow hikers?
The lovely Mr. Metalman. Wow, what inspired me to start hiking? Like I said in one of the previous questions, I first started really getting into it during lockdown. I've always enjoyed hiking, but the whole long distance thing and really getting to out and hiking in England all came about with the lockdown. I just fell in love with it. And why do I keep killing my fellow hikers? Well, because I'm hungry and I need sustenance. No, not really. I've been hiking like quite full on really for about a year and a half now. I've done quite a few long distance hikes in a short period of time. So I've kind of built up my, my endurance and my tolerance. And I forget sometimes when I take my friends out on these hikes that they don't do as much as I do, so they get tired quicker and can't cover the same distances that I can. So yeah, I'm trying to drag them on like a 18-mile hike and they're like, But yeah, so it's nothing sinister. Anyway, nothing sinister. Well, there we go. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode.
Oh, wait a minute. We've missed the most important question. Bob the Bomb has asked, what is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
Well, Bob, in answer to that question, it is in fact 35 miles an hour.
Now don't forget, every Thursday at 7 PM there will be a new video.
And next week we are heading to the very beautiful Peak District for another hike, so stay tuned. Once again, thank you for watching and stay safe everyone. Bye.